Alright, what's up? I'm Damascus. I've been doing keys as LE pretty much since they've been a thing. And I just felt like making a quick video about 9.0.5 and LE and keys for the new patch. It's not going to be a fancy video or anything, it's just going to be me sitting here just talking about random shit. And everything that I say is pretty much just what I think. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say things like, oh, if you're running XYZ, you're like inting the key or anything, because I hate when people do that. But anyway, yeah, this is just what I think. As I said, been doing keys since they've been a thing. Played a shitload of beta. Been doing keys this season. So first of all, what the changes are: chain lightning 35%. Lightning shield for 15%, doesn't really matter though. Lava burst reduced 10%, earth shock increased 30, earthquake increased 70, lava beam increased 35, that doesn't matter. And those are the changes. So firstly I'll just talk about legendaries. In the new patch you're probably going to be wanting to run skybreakers, and you can continue to run wind speakers in keys such as Spires, Playful, or Theatre. Basically what's happening is our base power without wearing a legendary is, like in keys, is increasing like quite significantly. The power you gain from wearing echoes right now is quite large. The power you gain from wearing it in the new patch is going to be very small. It's getting destroyed basically. Power you gain right now from skybreakers isn't really gonna change based on the, and if anything it'll get a little better, because you're probably just gonna be, of course you're gonna be casting more earthquakes, but like you're probably just gonna be straight up doing more damage with earthquake. I think that's probably how the math works out anyway. So pretty much these two only in keys that I can see anyway that you'll be running. Talents as well. These are the talents that I think you should run, but as I said, like I'm not going to go around saying like, oh, if you run something different you're trolling. But with skybreakers, I genuinely feel like this is what you want to run. So this is like pretty much always, except LE Blast you definitely want to maybe think about in like those ST sort of dungeons that I was talking about, or Tyrannical if you like do keys in Tyrannical, which I don't. But anyway, this one doesn't matter. This one, it's either these two. I'll talk about that in a sec. This one is like, doesn't really matter, but I like AG, I think it's pretty strong. This one is PE always, this one is Stormkeeper always. So when you're running skybreakers, I just feel like Storm LE as a cooldown is a lot more powerful than Fire LE as a cooldown. So I just like, you know, I played this a lot on beta, and I feel like, and I've done like sims for it as well, I feel like you pretty much want to be running Storm LE. Having Storm LE on like a 1 minute 30 CD is just very, very powerful. And it you know, you can have it for most packs, and you can just usually you can just send it whenever it comes up, and you'll have it for a lot more prides as well. Obviously in high keys, pride damage is very important. LE is very good at pride damage, and it will probably get even better with this new sort of setup as well. Soulbinds. So I use this dude. Usually it seems like very, very slightly better than Amity. Don't worry about this dude, obviously. I'm fairly sure the sims for Lead by Example assume that you get the maximum benefit every time, which isn't realistic, obviously, so that's why generally I run this guy. Well, at the moment anyway, you sort of run him because of this anyway, because this is very, very powerful. But if you're running skybreakers, I would generally recommend this, just because it's more flame shock and more CDR. That's what the sims indicated, and that's what my, I guess, playing around with it indicated as well. So yeah, only these two. This guy, I don't even know why this guy's a thing, but anyway. Covenants as well, like Necrolords, it'll be like at max renown or whatever round it is to have like these last three on like each Covenant. Necrolord and Night Fae are the top, but Night Fae's only because of First Strike. But I would recommend just like I wouldn't recommend like switching to Night Fae or anything. I'd just say Necrolord. One, because they're pretty much the same, and Necrolord might even be better actually with skybreakers and all this kind of thing. But two, like not many classes and keys are Necrolord, so like it's something that we have going for us. Like yeah, a lot of groups like need a Necrolord, especially if you're pugging and stuff. So it's definitely something that we sort of bring to the table. Stats will pretty much stay the same. You're just gonna want like crit and haste. Usually when I do sims, well, first of all, the sims that I do for keys, I do a bunch. So like I'll do 1 boss cleave ad 3 minutes, 2 boss cleave ad 2 minutes, 3 boss cleave ad 2 minutes, and 4 boss cleave ad 2 minutes, and just sort of get a general idea of all of them and make a decision based on that. And generally, when I do stat weights for those particular sims as well, like haste is like really, haste and crit are really high always. So yeah, those are the stats you want to be looking at. Trinkets as well. These are the two that I use. I think these two are the best, but this is like really strong as well. I just don't like. I don't know. I'm shit at PvP, so this is 220 is the best I have at the moment. So, but yeah, this is good as well, and this is good as well. Honestly, especially if you have a mythic on, but probably only in like spires or like tyrannical and shit like that. And yeah, like consumables should stay the same, like input. If you want as well, like before the key goes in, you can just chuck up a wrong power. Like I don't know, it's kind of cringe try hard shit, but generally, like if potting before a key is something that you want to do, like you're probably better off using this than like an impot, because your impot's probably just gonna like run out before you make use of it. And they're really cheap on the AH, they're super cheap, so you can just chuck one of these before the key goes in. The rotation with the new builds, not much to it, just the general daily rotation. You're gonna want to try and like just dot everything that you can, like as much as possible, and just try and like, obviously you don't need to worry about MotE if you're running this. If you are running MotE, then you know, try and just the same sort of thing. Try and MotE your earthquakes when you can with Surge on AoE. But yeah, there's not a lot to it. Just like usually just send the Storm Melee whenever it's available. Dot everything you can, and just I guess you'll probably just need to get out of the habit of sort of that Earthshock, Earthquake kind of sequence that we've been doing for so long, and just obviously Earthquake only generally. I've hated Echoes. I think it's a really annoying legendary to play with, so I'm pretty happy that Skybreakers will be a thing now. I think Skybreakers is a really cool legendary as well, so yeah, I'm happy going forward. LE viability is gonna probably stay the same in keys. Our overall damage is gonna increase like by a decent margin, but in terms of viability, like it's, I don't know, damage isn't everything. It's just it's more about like what you bring, utility and all that, and nothing's really changing in that regard. So there's a pretty set in stone like DPS meta at the moment. It's like Boomkin Mage and I don't know, something else like Rogue, Windwalker, I don't know, I forgot. But anyway, if you take Boomkin, which is something that I've been playing at the moment as well, like it's actually got higher IO at the moment than the Shaman. It's like, it just brings so much, like it's insane. And obviously Convoke and CA is like an extremely powerful cooldown, but like, you know, you've got Ursols, you've got trees, you've got Typhoon, you've got like all this kind of stuff. And it's a similar sort of thing for Raid as well, like Ellie. You got 3 specs at the moment that just really like suffer in Raid. You got Feral, Enhanced, and Ellie. They just don't bring anything to Raid, like straight up. I mean, we do, but like this is already speed boosts are already covered. This is like pretty shit anyway, and already covered. And yeah, apart from that, it's just like we don't bring anything to Raid. So going off topic a bit, but like that's like utility changes are more the type of thing that they do like per expansion, not per patch. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see next expansion. But yeah, that's pretty much it. New changes look good. Looking forward to it. I'll put a link to my Twitch in the description. I stream randomly, but like my internet's been pretty weird recently, so like I don't know. I stream when I can. And yeah, if you have any like questions or comments, or if you think I said anything wrong, feel free to just yeah, comment or reach out to me in Discord or some shit. And yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and hope you have fun with the new book.